Hey everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And we are going to be revisiting a deck that we played, a while ago. But when I play that deck, I did say that we would play different iterations of it. So this is going to be the second version of that deck. But real quick though, before we hop into today's deck, do want to remind everybody, if you are enjoying the channel and if you do enjoy this video, I ask that you only like, comment, and subscribe, and to check out all of those cool links down below to help out the channel. So anything you can do to interact with the channel does help the channel. So with that being said, let's just hop right into this deck, and we are calling it the second rule of Fight Club. So again, this deck is a Golgari fighting base deck. We are trying to do unfair things with the fight mechanic. The fight mechanic, if you're not aware of, it basically says that one of your creatures and one of your opponent's creatures just, attack each other, but not really during combat. It's an outside of combat thing, so it's non-combat damage. But you basically choose one, they choose another, they just go into like this imaginary arena and they just bounce off each other, and they deal damage and their abilities happen like normal, as long as it doesn't say anything about combat. So what we're trying to do potentially is we are trying to get out Phyrexian Obliterator, this 4-mana 5/5. Of course, I'm sure you're all familiar with him. It is a 5/5 trample, and it says whenever a source deals damage to a Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So if they have some big giant 10/10 creature in play and that creature blocks or is blocked by Phyrexian Obliterator, they're going to deal 10 damage to our Obliterator. They're going to have to sacrifice 10 permanents. So you could see where that's going to be pretty ridiculous and really bad for our opponent. But we have a ton of other cards in this deck as well that's going to help out. But let's just hit on our fight spells real quick. We're only playing 7 fight spells. I didn't really feel like we needed to go too overboard with this. I did play with a few different versions of this deck before we really fell on this one. But let's just talk about it. So first fight spell we have 4 of, Primal Might. I think this card is amazing. Target creature you control gets +X/+X. It is a sorcery. Then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So you don't have to fight with this. This could just be used as a pump spell, but with cards that have lifelink like Gifted Aetherborn, it's really good. It's like a double life gain. So you get to fight with whatever creature you're hitting against, and then if Gifted Aetherborn, you gain the life from that, and then whenever you get to attack again, then you're going to gain the life again. So if you do this for like 5, this is going to be a 7/8. You're going to gain 7 off the fight if it does fight, and then if it lives, you get to fight. You get to attack, and then you're going to gain 7 more life. So that's pretty good. This card is just it's played in a lot of like really aggressive green decks, but again, I really like it in this deck. The other fight spell we're playing is Inscription of Abundance. This card's really cool. So this is only a 2-mana fight spell. It's an instant. So it's going to be a little bit better, I feel like, than Primal Might in a sense of we could use it as like a removal spell, a targeted removal spell at instant speed. But it does have kicker for 3. And then if you do kick it, you actually get to use all 3 of the abilities. However, if you just pay the 2 mana, you only get to choose 1. But it's cool because maybe these different abilities come into play at different times. So we can either put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature. So we could save one of our creatures, or just make fighting harder for them, or damage dealing harder for them. Maybe they go to burn one of our creatures out, we can just buff it. We can also say target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power number of creatures they control. So if we have a Obliterator out in play, we pay 2, we're going to gain 5 life. So it could be good against like a burn deck, just a really aggressive deck that we're having a hard time keeping our life total up. Or the bottom part of it is target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So again, if we do kick this, we get to do all of those. So potentially, if we were to kick this on a Obliterator, our Obliterator would become a 7/7. We would gain 7 life, and then we get to fight, and then we get to probably, hopefully, wipe their board out if they have a really big creature. So yeah, what else do we have? We have 4 copies of Thoughtseize. We do need to be looking at their hand, getting rid of any cards that we don't want them playing. Decks like this are kind of vulnerable to, control, stuff like that, removal. 4 copies of Gifted Aetherborn, we already hit on this. 2 mana, 2/3 Death Touch and Lifelink, really good. 4 copies of Assassin's Trophy. I really feel like Assassin's Trophy is really where we want to be in this deck. It's an instant removal speed. And right now, a lot of historic decks, with, not counting like goblins and stuff like that, but there's just so many historic decks right now that are just not playing basic lands. So if we need to, we could just shut them off of a maybe a whole color or just land destruction them. This card is actually really good in historic. We have 3 copies of Shovel. This is a death touch, 1/3 for 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you put a counter on a target creature or a planeswalker an opponent controls. And then whenever that permanent that has that bounty counter on it dies, we actually get to gain 3 life and draw a card. So again, we're going to be fighting and removing our opponent's creatures. So this is going to be pretty good. This is just going to get us deeper and deeper into our deck and just hopefully make us win the game faster. 4 copies of Hooded Blightfang. This is a 3-mana 1/4 Death Toucher. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch attacks, they're going to lose life and we're going to gain a life. And then if anything with Death Touch hits a Planeswalker, we get to destroy that Planeswalker. So, yeah, again, we have a bunch of Death Touch creatures in our deck. We have Shovel, we have Hooded Blightfang, we have 1 copy of Isareth. This is a 3-mana 3/3 with Death Touch. This gets to bring back creatures from our graveyard if they die whenever it attacks. It's pretty good. And then the other Death Touch creature we have is Nighthawk Scavenger. So again, we're going to be attacking their hand with Thoughtseize. We're going to be using fight spells. We're going to be killing creatures. Nighthawk Scavenger is probably minimum going to be like a 4 or 5 power creature for 3 mana. And it does have flying, Death Touch, and lifelink. So again, the flying and lifelink is really great. It's going to keep us alive. We're going to deal a ton of damage with this. Then we have a couple copies of Murder Strider because why not? Murder Strider is great. It's just one of those double use cards where we get to kill something and then we get to play it as a creature. And of course, you've seen all of the Obliterators already. So that is that. And we are playing 24 land. We don't really need that many because we are capping out at 4 mana. 5 if you count the kicker for the inscription. But that's that. Just one basic force. We're playing some Fable Passages. We're trying this out again. I did have a couple other versions of this deck. I did have like a graveyard package where we played Stitcher Suppliers, Mire Tritons, and then that card Back for More that lets you fight. But I just didn't want to be I didn't want to be milling cards. I just didn't feel like it had the same, this I just didn't want to be doing that. It's hard to really put that into the words. I just felt like it wasn't as good because if we're milling cards, then I think we had to play 4 Back for Mores, and then playing 4 Back for Mores for 6 mana just seems really bad. So, and then if we take those out, then there's no reason to be playing the graveyard package. So this is where we kind of settled on. It's pretty similar to the last build. The last build though was focused more on mono black, the devotion aspect of it. So we're focusing more on the Death Touch fighting aspect of it. So that is that. So let's hop right into the gameplay, and we will see you guys at the wrap up. All right, well, we're finally back for the second rule of Fight Club. And yeah, we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to get in to the action. We're going to see what's up. Uh-oh, medium cooked. Well, we get to go first. It's pretty decent. So we don't have a turn 1 play, which is fine, but I like our 2, 3, 4. So let our opponent think that we're on a Sultai build or something of the like. Oh, this Scavenger's about to be us a 1/1, right? So can't make yeah, but if they play a red, so they can't make red right now, but if they play a red source, I don't want to just get blown out, right? All right, well, we have some big fight spells. Gates Ablaze would be amazing, right? Gates Ablaze would deal 4 damage and not actually kill our Obliterator. And they would have to sack 4 things. Interesting. So, I guess we go ahead and get a swamp here. We're going to Thoughtseize. We're going to see what they've got. Take a peeky peek. Oh. Oh. Well, that's good news. Alright, so they are most likely just going to play that Angel next turn. Again, if they Gates Ablaze, they lose 5 land, right? I'm totally fine with just running out another creature into this to overcommit the board. They're going to gain 18 life here, go to 35. No, that's not right. That would have only been 12 life. Math is hard sometimes, right? All right, so that was actually a really good draw. So 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Can't really kill them. But we can take out their Angel. Yeah, good game. Good game, my friend. Medium cooked. It was an honor. You are our first victim. Hop right into game 2. All right, well, standard game 2 calls for standard hydration. The correct amount of hydrating, not a whole game worth. But, I mean, who am I to say how much water you should be drinking? I'm just here to recommend that you drink a good amount of water. All of the Blooming Marshes. Okay. This is an interesting hand, right? I legitimately thought that I drew the 4th Blooming Marsh there. I wonder if this is a feather deck. Kind of feels like a feather deck. Maybe a Jeskai. Okay. Definitely a feather deck, right? What do you do? All right. Pretty sure I'm going to block that. Yep. Does not have first strike or anything crazy like that, so not too concerned. I am concerned with the amount of land that I'm drawing, though. Oh, you know you want to block this. You know you want to block this. Who earns? Yeah, definitely concerned, like I said, with the amount of land that I'm drawing. So if we don't block... So the problem here is, though, these 10th District Legionnaires can get out of control really quickly, right? I know this is a mistake, but gotta give it a shot. Well, I don't really hate that. A little bit harder to deal with. But yeah, we've drawn way too much land this game, right? 7 land? Imagine they'll probably, yep, +1. Draw another card. Eight land? Oh yeah, perfect. Just what we needed. Just what we needed. Oh, and... Yep, here's the game. Here's the game. Yep, this game is over, my friends. We got him down to 11. Well... Let's attack. Nothing in their graveyard. So I guess I want to go ahead and kick this. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We still get some life, though, off of this. Oh, non-combat damage fighting is a bad idea. All right, fear us. I mean, this is a cool card to have, right? But the fact that we drew all of our land, pretty unfortunate. Good game. Good game. Yeah, we drew way too many land that game. All right, next game. All right, well, we got riggedy wrecked by that feather deck. Whew. They gave it to us good. There was absolutely nothing I don't feel like that we could have done. Graphophobic. All right, we get to go first. I like it. I like it. I can deal with this. Let's take a peek at your red deck. So I can just fight the prospector, so I'm not really too worried about it. And I will get a card and some life off of it, so this is potentially good. They're going to set up for a potential turn 3 Muxus, which is so stupid. Yeah, we're just going to put this into play tapped. And we are going to do some fighting. Either way. We are gaining some life and dealing some damage. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty decent draw for them, right? So, do get to nail this in for 3. Doesn't really matter specifically how much damage we deal, but Chain Whirler's pretty good. I mean, we still have to just hope beyond hope, right? That thing's got first strike, so we will not be... Gotta hope they don't have the land that they have right there, right? Was it wrong to not take Muxus? I don't think so. I don't think they'll be attacking. So... we get to do this for 5. Or do this for 3. I'm imagining the 2 matrons are going. Wily Goblin. And a Snoop. So... yep, I do want to attack. And I do want to prevent you from doing some kind of crazy shenanigans over there. Okay, so this is fine. Yep, Death Touch. All right, well, I don't know if I would have scooped it up there. But, yeah, sweet game, goblins. Sweet game, goblinos. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I would have scooped it up there. They probably thought we had a fight spell or a pump spell, right? So maybe they're quitting because they attacked with the Goblin Chieftain that they didn't realize this had Death Touch. They were just trying to force through damage. So they definitely go down to 1 this turn. Play this. Probably swing into both and then actually just replace this, have 2 blockers. Yeah, that'd have been a good play. But let's just keep going into the next game. Get right, goblins. Whew. Gotta love that, right? Gotta love beating those. Gotta love beating those goblins. Let's get an opponent. Let's get an opponent that's not another goblin deck. Oh, well, we've already played you, my friend. Are you still playing your Gates deck? We just played you a little while ago. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, you sure are. Well, we are definitely going to keep on keeping on. Yeah, not a huge fan of like playing the same opponent multiple times, especially when you know they're in like a weaker type of deck. Gates is just one of those decks where it's just really, really hard to beat. I'm sorry, for them to beat decks that are more competitive. I mean, I'm not going to attack both of these into a settle. Yep. I'll play this out. Again, I'm not super concerned with them having, you know, crazy Gates Ablazes. Yeah, I don't mind losing 2 creatures. Yeah, we're actually just going to pay 4 life to draw a card here. They're kind of to the point where they have to keep up 4 mana now, and any color. So they do have settle mana, but they just can't play anything. If they play anything, they're dead. If they're actually dead if they play something here. Well, that's not a blocker. All right, well, not anymore. Okay, well. Let's get in some damage while we probably don't get in damage. I mean, you have to settle here, right? Wow. Guess they're just waiting until the absolute last moment. So this makes any color, this makes white. We actually got rid of that. Oh, I'm pretty sure we win here anyway, right? They're not gonna have any basics. There's no way they have basics in their deck, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we just kill their 4th mana source. The Gates deck does not play basics. So they're only going to have access to 3 mana, and then we just get in there with the settle. So that's how that played out. Again, medium cooked. Good game. Sorry it had to be you twice. But, all right, let's keep going. All right, well, we know we can beat gates. Question has been answered. We've played this person before. I remember the name. This hand, not too sure about. We drew the one of forest in our deck. This might actually be a decent hand against this deck. Yeah, I think we just get rid of this, right? I mean, worst case scenario, they have another one. Ah, Legion's Landing, 100% fine with that. 100% fine with that. They only have one creature to attack with. Soul Warden. Heliod. Ugh. God, why? Bring it in. No? Well. Yep. I should have attacked first. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, we're gonna fight the heck out of this this 3/3. Ah, ew. Sure thing, my friend. They have one card in their hand, right? We could do this as an instant. Go after this. Let's say we go after this, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5. This actually turns Heliod off. I don't think I want to get the I want to get the max value out of Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're kicking. Let's do it. Let's fight. Need you to get rid of 5 things. Yeah, that was not gonna work out well for you this next turn when we did that all over again and targeted probably this guy. So you lose 5 things. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. You're gonna lose the Ajani. That's 12. You have 7 left, and then we do it again before you have 3 things left? Yeah. Yep. That would have been really bad for you, but that was a good game nonetheless. All right, next game. Ooh, yeah, that was a great hand for mono white. Kneel 1. Okay. Let's do it. I keep meaning to change my pet, right? To the... Oh, this is not a good hand. I have faith in my deck though, right? Let's just keep it. But yeah, I keep meaning to change my pet to from the Lotus back to the Dragon. All right, well. I'll definitely play our 1/3 while our opponent continues to ramp. Prophetic Prison. Okay, so they're probably playing the colorless version that has black in it. Yep, that looks like it. Well. Do have this Assassin's Trophy. You know they don't have any... You know they most likely don't have any basic lands in their deck, right? They only have 6 mana. They only have 6 mana, so we're not in like... We're not afraid of an Ugin right now. In 2 turns? Yeah, probably afraid of an Ugin. Gosh, do we kill something? I don't really think it's gonna matter. Run this out. I guess we just don't want to see Baby Ugin. Baby Ugin still gets us. Maybe they sack a Mind Stone here? That'd be sick. Nope. Charge counters, huh? Charge counters. What are you gonna get? Go get a Meteor Golem. That'd be sick.
I will not lose another friend.
Go get you that Meteor Golem. Please? Because Meteor Golem, gets to come to play and kill the Obliterator. But if they do that, then we do get to fight as an instant, which would be pretty good. We do get to draw a card here and gain 3 life. Ooh. Pretty good. I mean, they're probably about to hate life, right? All right, so we get to... I'd really like to draw a land here. Please just give us a land. Land, 1 time, deck. 1 time, not a Blooming Marsh. Nice. So the land here is going to allow us to... Actually, it's not. It's still going to live. Either way, still should be fine. So... Just okay. So we might do this, right? I might actually give this +2 That way it actually deals 7 back. Yeah, I think I might do that. All right, so they're definitely, yeah. So 7. Yeah, that's going to put him in a really awkward position because we get to follow that up with an Assassin's Trophy. I'd rather them sack 7 things than 5 things. I mean, 3 of them are going to be these artifacts over here, which are kind of useless. Let's see what they target, right? Yeah, I'm sure. We're going to gain life. All right. Let's do it. Because you know they're going to have to prioritize now keeping this Gear Hulk. Because now they have this giant beater. So it looks like they're going to sack all of their artifacts. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually fine with that, right? We're in a pretty good spot. I'm honestly surprised that they did not keep their 7/6. Okay. Oh, please be a 3. Oh, a 3 damage spell. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, right? Let's just keep playing stuff. There is land in the graveyard, so it's already getting counted. They have a lot of really weird non-basic lands in their deck. So this is a filter land, so this isn't really going to net them any land if they or any mana if they need a color. Karn, okay. Is Karn just to stay alive here? I'm kind of curious as to what they go get, right? Minus.
My purpose is greater than myself.
Okay, well, I mean, in theory, that's a great card to go get. So we target the glass cactus before it removes the card. That way it doesn't lose the counters. So that's the only reason we did that. And then we just go to town here, right? So, oh, good game, Neil. Good game. Whew. That was a pretty fun matchup, actually. So now we just have the final boss. So let's knock that out one. Let's knock that one out as well. All right, final boss battle time. Let's do it. See if we can wrap up this 6-in-1. Hopefully. Zorik. Are you playing a colorless deck, Zorik? Are you playing a colorless deck, Zorik? No, green. Super green. Elves and all, huh? Is it just elves? It looks like it. Oh, mono green. This is hexproof from black, right? It's not protection from black, it's hexproof from black. So the good thing is we're actually going to be, I mean, as long as they don't have like a fight spell or anything, we're going to get to deal a lot of damage to them and keep up a pretty good... that's pretty bad. Alright. That's pretty bad, right? So... that's lifelink. Alright, so I guess this is fine. Fine-ish. This Thoughtseize actually is going to grow the Nighthawk Scavenger by 2. So that's fine as well. I don't really care about these. I just care about this over there. Green mana would be sick, right? Oh, perfect. Look at you. So... let's get a couple life back. Let's deal some more damage, get some more life back. And then... let's legitimately play one of their worst cards. Or a card that, yep. That's what I thought, Zorik. That's what I thought. Obliterator is a hard card to deal with. We could have also probably fought, but we don't really want to. We didn't want to sacrifice one of our creatures, and we could actually have Primal Mighted for 3. But then again, we couldn't fight the Questing Beast. We could have done the Ceratops and then just not attacked. But I just don't think that actually really puts us anywhere we want to be. So yeah, that is a great run of games. Let's talk about this. All right, everybody, welcome back. That was a 6 series of games. I really liked playing it. It was unfortunate that we played against the same opponent twice. They were playing that Gates deck. Gates is one of those decks where you just really have to have a absurd draw sometimes to win in Historic. We've played it. It's a fun deck. Don't get me wrong. It's just a deck that's like it's like bottom tier when it comes to competitiveness. So it can definitely still win, but again, I really feel like you have to just hit the good, your good cards. You have to hit your blue enchantments that let you draw cards. You really have to hit your removal spells. But then again, hitting removal spells in the Gates deck against a deck that plays the Phyrexian Obliterator is not necessarily going to be, where you want to be. So, but yeah, we did go 6-1. We lost the one game. I felt like we drew just way too much mana, just too many lands in the deck. I think we drew like 8 or 9 land, and that's just not going to win games, regardless of the matchup in a deck like this. But I do think the MVP of this deck, to be 100% honest with you, is going to be the Inscription of Abundance. If I were to rebuild this deck, I would probably fit in a 4th Inscription, probably cut 1 Thoughtseize, or, in reality, myself, if I were just playing this deck, I think I would just put in the 4th Inscription and just run at 61 and, just be like, hey, screw it. We're doing 61 because why not? Because who cares how many cards you play in your deck, right? As long as you have the mana ratio to back it up. And I think 24 lands for this deck is going to be just fine in a 61 card deck. So yeah. Phyrexian Obliterator is sick, especially when you're forcing action and they have no control over it. That mono white deck that we had, getting them to fight at the end of their turn or whenever it was, and then forcing them to sack 5 permanents into our 7/7, and then they concede there, but then we would have just done it again the following turn. And then on top of that, what was it? The colorless deck that we played. we were able to, they tried to kill ours with the Gear Hulk, and then we actually pumped their Gear Hulk to actually make them sacrifice more permanents. So yeah, there's just a lot of cool cards you could be doing in this. And Nighthawk Scavenger is just a real beast in this deck. Being able to fly over, gain us life back when we need to. And we beat goblins, so stupid goblins. Feels good. Always feels good to beat goblins. But yeah, that is the deck. I really hope you enjoyed the deck. Hope you're enjoying the channel. You know, still probably looking for a new theme to do. I don't think we're going to hop into any new themes this month, but I'm definitely open for new themes in the upcoming months. We do have a really cool project that I'm working with. I'm going to be revealing more about that soon. It's going to start next week. So I want to tell you guys about that. And I'm just trying to find the right words and put it all together. But yeah, if you enjoy the channel and the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. Twitch, the Discord, and the Patreon link. Anything you could do in regards to any of those free interactions is amazing. So, yeah, that being said, guys, I hope you are staying safe. We will see you next time. Remember, this channel would not exist without such amazing viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for interacting with the channel and helping grow the community. And a very big special thank you to the Patreons listed here for supporting the channel.